Leahy cautioned, holding up a finger. Ram, brother, man. Do not forget, when we go back to the park, Julian is going to try to ruin us. He thinks we owe him for losing that crop money. Look, this money might be the answer to everything, Randy suggested brightly. We could offer it to Julian. Maybe he would wipe the slate clean. Seriously, sir? Leahy scoffed, stopping in his tracks. Never forget, it is Julian's fault. Our wives are so freaked out. That is true, Randy conceded, his shoulders slumping slightly. They did this to us, and they did not have to go to jail. We did. That is a very good point. Sexy little ram. Man, Leahy agreed, patting Randy's shoulder affectionately. Well, what if we offered him half the money? Randy proposed, trying to find a peaceful resolution. Look, we would still have enough money to live comfortably for a long, long time. What do you think, buddy? You are right. And then we would have peace, Leahy murmured, though his eyes were beginning to gleam with a familiar, dangerous light. Right? And a nice day. But we can never tell anybody about the money. You promise? I promise, Randy swore solemnly. We would never be safe, Mr. Leahy, Randy added, completely unaware of the storm brewing behind Leahy's eyes. That is a deal, Leahy agreed, shaking Randy's hand firmly. We should stop at the liquor store. Meanwhile, behind an old, abandoned barn on the outskirts of town, Ricky, Corey, and Jacob were struggling to manage their new, impulsive acquisition. The horse, a large, beautiful chestnut creature, was firmly rooted to the spot, completely uninterested in moving. That is it. That is all we care. That is whatever it is you do, Ricky mumbled to the horse, trying to gently coax it forward by pulling on the heavy leather reins. You idiots ready? Okay. Go talk, go talk. Sorry, dude. Oh yeah. This thing right here, look at the paint job on this thing's fur. It is beautiful. It is awesome. All right, let us get out of here. It is not moving, dude, Corey pointed out the obvious, standing a safe distance away. Well, make it move, Ricky commanded, his patience wearing thin. How do we make it move? Jacob asked, looking nervously at the massive animal. You get in behind it and push, Ricky instructed, pointing to the horse's muscular rear end. Corey, you pull. Come on, let us get this going, boys. We have got to get out of here. Hey, are you sure? Corey asked, hesitating. I am not sure that is a good idea. I heard you are not supposed to stand behind a horse. Shut up, Ricky snapped. No talking, okay? Okay, Corey agreed weakly. Jacob, you push. Corey, you pull. I will help you. Come on, Ricky commanded. Jacob, push harder. Punch it in the back. Show it who is boss. Jacob closed his eyes, took a deep breath, and shoved his hands against the horse's hindquarters. In a flash of terrifying speed and power, the horse lashed out, its heavy hooves connecting solidly with Jacob's chest. Jacob flew backward, landing hard in the dirt with a sickening thud. Oh goodness, Ricky gasped, running over to where Jacob lay groaning in the dust. This hurts, boys. Okay. I am sorry, Jacob, but man, you are going to have to get out. We have got to get out of here. Are you okay? I do not think I am, Jacob wheezed, his face pale and contorted in agony as he clutched his side. Something is wrong with my neck. It is killing me. Goodness, Ricky cursed, looking frantically between the injured Jacob and the stubborn horse.
Sorry, man.
Corey, you help him. I will get the horse. But once again, boys, I am wondering, why did I bring you two on this? For goodness sake. Dude, man, that was just like the Kool-Aid. Man, Corey babbled, kneeling beside Jacob, except like way worse than that, because you know what he was doing. Oh my God, guys, I think I need to go to the hospital here. Jacob gasped, struggling to catch his breath. My neck is really killing me. Something is wrong. Jacob, chill out. Okay? Ricky said dismissively, waving a hand. You probably just got a stiff muscle or something. I am even worried about your ribs, man. That horse kicked you hard. Those are probably broken for sure, but nothing you can do for broken ribs, so forget going to the hospital. You guys hungry? I am starving. Back at the trailer park, Bubbles was carefully loading the last crates of his freshly brewed beer into the back of his small, modified truck. It was a humble vehicle, but to him, it represented a monumental shift in his life. It was a vehicle of honest commerce, of pride and legitimate enterprise. Got Ricky's beer all bottled and ready to go, Bubbles said happily to the documentary crew filming him. Got time now to make a few deliveries for some extra cash. Did you get a good shot of the truck? Make sure you get a good shot of it. Look, got the cape there. Got the speaker. It is just like a little ice cream truck, but for beer. He wiped his hands on a rag, looking at his small empire with deep satisfaction. You know, the beer has been going awesome. Donnie has been my #1 customer. Some people think this beer is a little bit strong, but not Donnie. Suddenly, a loud, angry bellow echoed across the park. See, it is not strong, for goodness sake. Jesus, are you kidding me? I just had that thing re-graveled. Donnie came storming out of his trailer, his face a bright, alarming shade of crimson, waving his arms wildly at Bubbles' truck, which was parked slightly askew on the gravel driveway. Donnie, calm down, Bubbles pleaded, holding up his hands peacefully. I will give you a free case to make up for it. Oh, you are right, you will. Donnie screamed, spit flying from his lips. And you tell Ricky I want those chicken fingers replaced. He took them last Friday. Donnie, do not relax, Bubbles said, choosing his words carefully to avoid further escalating the man's terrifying rage. Are you coming to the party? I do not know yet, Donnie roared before turning around and stomping back into his trailer, slamming the door so hard the flimsy walls shook. Okay, buddy, Bubbles muttered, shaking his head slowly. Can you imagine going around being that angry all the time? He is gonna pop a blood vessel in his head. Goodness. On the other side of the park, Julian was sitting on the steps of his trailer, a half-empty glass of rum in his hand, brooding over his desperate financial situation. He looked up as Leahy and Randy approached, their expressions a mix of nervous guilt and forced confidence. Hey guys, hey, can you give us a break? Julian sighed heavily, not in the mood to deal with the park supervisors. We just got home. We are trying to get our lives together here. Back off, guys. All right. It is time, Julian, Leahy declared, stepping forward with a surprising amount of authority. I have been waiting a long time for this. Take it easy, Julian, Randy added quickly, holding up a hand. You take it easy, Julian snapped, standing up, his imposing height towering over the two men. Calm down. We just want to talk. No, I want to talk to you too. Listen, Julian. Randy, I will handle it, Leahy interrupted, puffing out his chest. Julian, a lot of crazy stuff went down there. Because of you two drunken lunatics, Julian roared, pointing an accusing finger at them. You ruined my life. You lost all that money. Well, Randy and I are willing to take full responsibility, Leahy said smoothly, his voice surprisingly calm. You are taking full responsibility, all right, Julian scoffed, taking a sip of his drink. Yeah, because we feel terrible, Randy added sincerely, looking down at his shoes. But we think we have a plan to make it all up to you. Jim, shut up, Julian commanded, glaring at Leahy. I am calling the shots here. You took us for $400,000. So this is what is going to happen. I am taking half your wages for the rest of your life until you pay me back. The rest of our lives, Randy gasped, his eyes going wide with horror. You are lucky I do not end you right now, Randy, Julian threatened, his voice deadly serious. Are we clear? Yeah, Randy squeaked, shrinking back. Good. Julian nodded, satisfied that he had established dominance. Wait a minute, Julian. Calm down. It is just crazy talk, Leahy reasoned, trying to regain control of the negotiation. It is not fair. Forget you, Randy, Julian said, ignoring Leahy entirely. Just hear us out, Leahy pleaded, patting his jacket pocket where the thick envelope of